fellow Toastmasters and our guests. I, at one point in my life, thought I was a good runner. I could beat everybody in my command, and then I went to SEAL training, and I was in the bottom 25%. And I learned it meant how good you were at push-ups or swimming or anything else. If you couldn't run, your life was going to be miserable. And I caught pneumonia and was dropped for performance halfway through training and get sent back to Pensacola. And my job was teaching physical fitness and boxing to Navy pilots and their crewmen. And I really worked on my running. And I got pretty good. I think there's some runners in here. I got to the point I could run a 10K in 35 flat. I ran 2 marathons. My fastest was 3 hours and 14 minutes and 1 second. And my division officer made a rally call to join us on a weekend volunteering to do what's called a hash run. Now, hash runs were created by the Australians. And they're pretty interesting. Nobody knows the course or the destination except for 2 people. And they each have a bag of flour, a piece of chalk, and a roll of toilet paper. And one of them marks the actual trail with their chalk, toilet paper, and flour. And the other one makes false trails. And the rest of us have to wait, and we can't see where they went. They put us behind the gate, and we have a whistle. And as long as you're on the right path, you blow your whistle. So we take off, and you have to find out where the course is, and you're running and blowing the whistle. And you get to an intersection, there'll be an X. You got to figure out which way it goes, right? And then people that figure it out, they take off. You got to catch up to them, right? So I'm in front. I am whipping everybody. And then, I see a bullseye, a circle with a thing of flour. That told me that I went the wrong way. As far as I thought I was ahead is how far I had to go to catch up. And I'm just, it was so disheartening. But I just started running and listening for that whistle and blowing my whistle. I couldn't help anybody that was ahead of me. They knew not to take the turn I did. People behind me, I'm like, come on, don't go there. Kind of reminded me of when I was a point man in the SEAL teams at night, falling in a hole or a ditch or into the river. Don't go here, right? Don't take that way. I finally ended up catching up, and I came in second. But that's okay, because there was no medal or trophy or accolades for winning. Everybody got the same reward, whether you came in first or last. There was a barbecue, hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken quarters, and whatever they had, and potato salad, all that, and a keg of beer. And everybody encouraged everybody that went, and I'm like, that is such a metaphor for life. You run as hard as you can, and if you take the wrong course, hopefully there's people that are blowing a whistle saying, no, come this way. Do this. If you know somebody that wants to be something or has a goal, if you have some advice, give them the advice. If you know somebody who's a subject matter expert in that area, introduce them. Help them. If you've been down that road, you've taken that wrong turn, let them know. If they get a new girlfriend, hey, have you met their parents? Is she nice to her brothers and sisters, or is she mean? Whoever they are with their family is who they really are, and how they are with you is who they're pretending to be. You find somebody who's good to their family and their parents, get a winner there. Stick with that. Little the wrong turn I took in my life. Learned the hard way. My boxing coach, Roy Jones Sr. used to say, when you learn lessons the hard way, those are lessons that stay with you the rest of your life. You never forget them. But the problem is it's the hard way. All you can do, there's no benefit to you to learn that information except to teach it to somebody else. So in your life, if you've got some wisdom, share it. Blow your whistle. Now this speech, I was supposed to have consult with some people to make an event happen. Well, I looked up, there is actually Hash House Carriers organization here in Houston. And I put the link on WhatsApp. It has all the rules for it. Every Sunday afternoon, they have a hash run. It costs $7 to enter. So if you ever want to do it, if you didn't get the WhatsApp, let me know. I'll send you the link. But it was such a metaphor for life. Every time I took the wrong turn somewhere, I would think about that experience. Running as hard as I can in the wrong direction and having to make up ground and get caught back up. And I think about it a lot. That's why I gave this speech.